Representative Bryce.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I have two bill introductions on behalf of Representative Will Carpenter. They are both related to provisos annually that are given, and this would put that into statute rather than provisos. The first is a newborn screening bill payment. It's RS 1559. The second is a proviso, currently a proviso, local health department funding, RS 1627. Thank you.
Committee, any questions? Representative Reese.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Representative, on the health department funding, what is that, to give more or take it away? The health department funding, what purpose is that bill?
I have sketchy details. I'm sorry about that. They are both funding that's been going on year after year as a proviso. This would change it to be in statute. The health department funding, I'm not sure the details on that. I'm sorry.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you.
Without objection, accepted. Are there any other bill introductions? Representative Miller.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I have 25 RS 1582, creating the Adult Use Cannabis Regulation Act, providing for licensure regulation of cannabis, including cultivation, manufacturing, transportation, possession, etc.
Committee, any questions? Without objection, accepted. Are there any other bill introductions this morning? Seeing none, we'll move on. So we got some final action coming up today. Our first on the schedule is going to be the HCR 5001. Mike will give us a briefing on that, although it should be fresh in all of our minds.
Right. This, Mr. Chairman, members of the committee, you heard this bill yesterday, as I recall. It would provide a concurrent resolution making application to Congress for a limited national convention for exclusive purpose of proposing amendments regarding term limits for members of Congress. It's an Article 5 type.
Committee, any questions for Mike? Not seeing any. Will, do we have a motion on the table? Representative Sanders.
Mr. Chairman, I move that we vote out HCR 5001 favorably for passage.
Do we have a second? Representative Ward. Committee, you've heard the motion. All those in favor of the motion say aye. All those opposed say no. Motion passes. Moving on to item number 2. We do a final action on HB 2376, and Mike will fill us in on that.
Mr. Chairman, members of the committee, I'm going to read just a little bit from testimony of the ABC director, which I think summarizes the bill very neatly. In 2017, the legislature passed a bill authorizing CMB retailers to sell beer containing up to 6% alcohol by volume. The bill went into effect in 2019. As a result, nearly 3,000 businesses such as gas stations, grocery stores, and taverns now sell this full-strength beer, which is defined as alcoholic liquor by the ABC. However, under current framework, ABC does not issue CMB licenses. They are issued by local city and county governments. And what, in fact, this bill does is require licensure by the ABC and would allow for the continued licensure of local governments.
Committee, any questions to Mike? Not seeing any. Do I have a motion on the table? Representative Schmo?
Thank you, Chairman. I move that we accept HB 2376 favorably for passage.
Do I have a second? Representative James. Committee discussion. We do have a small technical amendment, and Mike will explain that to you here.
Apologize to the committee, I didn't bring a balloon, but basically I missed putting Cereal Malt Beverage Act in one place on page 5, so I will add that. It's purely a technical amendment. We're listing out the different acts and so on.
Any questions about that amendment? Do I have a motion on the amendment?
You can call me or, okay.
Representative Schmo.
Thank you, Chair. I move that we accept the reviser's technical amendment on HB 2376.
Do I have a second? Representative Ward. You've heard the motion of the amendment. All those in favor say aye. All those opposed say no. Motion passes. Back on the bill. Any more discussion on the bill? Do I have a motion on the table? Oh, I apologize. Yes, we already had the motion in a second on that one. Seeing no more discussion, Representative Smo, you may close. Oh, excuse me, just a minute. Representative McNorton.
Just to get technical, our motion should be as amended. Just
Absolutely. Representative Smo, would you like to close on your motion?
Thank you, Chair. I close on my motion for HB 2376 to pass favorably out of committee as amended.
Representative Ward was the second on that. Committee, you've heard the motion. All those in favor say aye. All those opposed say no. Motion passes. Well, committee, that's actually all, oh, that's not all we had today. We have some minutes. We sent out your minute packets. So we sent out the minutes for 129, 2-4, and 2-5. Do we have a motion to accept those minutes? Representative Reese.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I move approval of the minutes as presented.
Is there a second? Representative Miller, any discussion? You've heard the motion. All those in favor say aye. All those opposed say no. Motion passes. So that's going to wrap us up. I do want to point out, though, I just brought to my knowledge that today is actually National Term Limits Day. Kind of a coincidence there. But anyway, thank you, committee, and we will see you soon. We are adjourned.